Did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout. In that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the player or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the call stands as is. Not only is that the case, now you're out of challenges too.
Which means that if anything goes haywire and you look out and you want to get it corrected, you cannot unless it's within 2 minutes.
On second down, here's Carr. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Latavius Murray. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
On first down, Murray. What a spin. Latavius Murray, the 30, 10, and all the way. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray with his second touchdown of the... Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Second down following the incompletion.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Zebra.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Now Carr. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, and the Raiders are pouring it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Murray the lone setback.
Hey, we're gonna rally.
On first down, Carr. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. That'll bring up second down.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try.
You ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Carr will try it again on second down. Over the middle, it's Holmes. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
3 down. All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Come on, baby. Alert.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the silver and black continue to roll. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it.
And now here come the Raiders. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree joining only Gale Sayers' men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And the Raiders are pouring it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have...
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. Over the middle to Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to loft one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree setting the NFL mark with his 7th touchdown of the game. And the silver and black continue to roll. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable. The lone setback. Now Carr. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A pickup there of 36. Good enough for an Oakland first down. So deja vu all over again. Another good week. And sometimes maybe because the defense doesn't look that bad, maybe this is just good offense beating good defense in his case.
I like that because we always want to point out that there's a breakdown or someone made a mistake or there was an error. Sometimes it's exactly as you described it. Sometimes they just made better plays, and that's what he's been doing for the last 2 weeks. Someone's got to find a way to cover this guy. Otherwise, he may set some records.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
We ready? Red 18.
Carr now on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. Here's Carr. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Clive Walford, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's...
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. first down. Carr. Holmes has got it complete. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it'll give the Raiders a first down. And look at these numbers, Charles. And he told me on the field before the game, that last performance, that one's on me. He's really turned it around.
And I wish I could say I was surprised by this, but when I see these guys play, I'm talking about the upper echelon guys that we're talking about. It's not a shock at all. They never once allow anything to get into their heads. It's going to be self-doubt or anything that's going to feel like I can't get out of this hole. And, boy, he's come back with a monster performance this week.
Carr now on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. His throw incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Hey, you got three, three down. Here we go, red 18, red 18. 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Carr turns, hands to Murray. Look at the spin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the silver and black continue to roll. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory.
Murray, the lone setback.
Red 18.
He's going to get the football. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Stop right there. Here we go, red 18. Red 18. Three down.
Shotgun now for Carr. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Murray, the lone setback. Now Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to...
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing on first down is Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Tighten up. Pull together. We ready? Wide and eight. Wide and eight. Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. That. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Carr now on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It's a pickup of 21. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Murray, the lone setback. They bring Crabtree in motion right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. And really just a heck of a catch. That's a really good receiver making a nice play.
And against a really good defensive back. Right there together, and over the top, the receiver wins the battle.
Now they'll run. Murray. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Carr going to throw here. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So now third and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, nothing complicated about that. That's old school power football.
And effective. And that's the key to everything, right? Sometimes we try and do too many things. Just hand it to the big guy and let him go forward.
A big offensive...
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this...
On first down, Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Carr will try it again on second down. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they just went 4 verts there against cover 2, didn't they?
They did, and it's really an excellent route versus cover 2 because the longer it develops, the more stress is put on the safeties because they're the ones back.
So out come the Raiders, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that second-year jump out of Walford. To throw, it's Carr. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner. Get him out in the flat and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
3 down, 3 down. All right, here we go. Wide at the 8. Wide at the 8.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This will be caught at the 2. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Murray the lone setback.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for... So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Michael Crabtree with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Murray the lone setback. Carr now on 1st down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lardarius Webb.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception,
A lot of people think the very next time out.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Throwing on first down is Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Latavius Murray. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, his 6th. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but
Michael Crabtree's going to go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Out comes the Raiders offense, they'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustment.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree joining only Gale Sayers' men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just a go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
Here we go. Wide and yank. Wide and yank.
first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And now here come the Raiders.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. All right, here we go.
On first down, Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. All right, here we go. Red 18, red 18.
Carr now to throw. Airing one deep for Crabtree. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree shattering the NFL record with his 9th touchdown. And the silver and black continue to roll. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said... And now Oakland ready to take the field. Murray the lone setback. Throwing now is Carr. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lardarius Webb.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Red 18, 57.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to loft one. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree making a mockery of the NFL record books with his 10th touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are pouring it on. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it.
1st and 10. Here's Carr. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Holmes has got it complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Andre Holmes, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Murray the lone setback. Carr now on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And that touchdown catch, Charles, it breaks the single-game record for receiving touchdowns.
And what a perfect match. A quarterback who loves to throw it and a receiver who knows how to go out and get them. A brand new record established today, and all these fans who are on that side are going to go home happy.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. They come out here in the eye. And Carr's going to keep it himself. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Now this time, Carl throw. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Hey, we got 3.
Carr going to look to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike.
On 1st down, Carr. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. to throw his car. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught him but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it. I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and it...
Murray the lone setback. Carr now to throw. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's brought down after a good game. Now whistles come. Well, Charles, it's one thing to...
Call it, Babe Ruth ball it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping for plenty of touches to come their way. It's the Seahawks going up against the Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and James Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders. Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now Carr with a give to Murray. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Cam Chancellor is one of the best safeties in the game, but with his linebacker size, that allows the team to use him wherever they want to make plays.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. 5 and 8.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 42 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Time running out here on the play clock. Carr now on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what they play man coverage against you. He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Out to his left. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Wilson on first down. Complete outright to Kurz. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
And depending on the type of screen called, especially when you're throwing it with one of your wideouts, it's different blocking. Sometimes you get great blocking from the other wide receivers helping you. And how about sometimes getting it from the offensive linemen who sell it like a regular screen pass and then get out in front of the receiver and help.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 26 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it, to throw it underneath, a short pass like that? But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. No, he shifts past him. So out come the Raiders. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. And
he'll cut it to Latavius Murray. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray.
Enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about...
After review of the play, the ruling...
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Baldwin coming off his first Pro Bowl appearance. He had career highs, Charles, in catches with 94, over 1,100 yards. That also a career high. Pretty good season for Doug Baldwin.
And I think the place that he really started to take off was midway through 2015. The connection between he and his quarterback, Russell Wilson, where they were playing more from the pocket, bigger plays downfield, that just propelled him into 2016. That, and anything he perceives as a slight, he uses it to his advantage, and he just goes out and plays.
On second down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
Murray. And not much running room. Down to the 32. One quarter down. 14-7 is the score. And we're back. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. From the gun, it's Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's third down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing his car on third down. Looking deep for Crabtree. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree, 32 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
They come up in an offset eye. They go back to the air here after the INT. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction? And he certainly did this year, 65 catches.
65 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, too. On second down, here's Wilson. And this is caught by Curse. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jermaine Curse from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Daring one deep for Crabtree. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Raiders. 36 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. Oh, he fakes the spike. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Can we go back to the days where if you tapped your wrist as a quarterback, that just meant you're going to spike the ball, not fake spike it and try and get something downfield? They just tried it there, and it wasn't successful, but I know what you're thinking, right?
Dan Marino, Jets, 90s.
Yeah, without a doubt. His Dolphins got over on him. They faked the spike play, thought they were going to stop the clock, ended up throwing a nice pass for a touchdown, I believe.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Carr on the give. It's Washington. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Carr going to go on 4th down. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a success.
So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the 3rd quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. This will be their first crack here of the 2nd half. We'll see what, if any, adjustments they made in the locker room.
And the bulk of adjustments usually come down to, guys, we did pretty well in the 1st half. Play with that intensity, with that focus, and we'll adjust anything else they throw at us in the 2nd half.
Second drive here of the 2nd half. No gain, and it's 2nd down. They're losing here in the 3rd quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was a place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains.
There he goes, right side. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On the ground, Rawls. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Thomas Rawls who finishes it off with a touchdown run. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only...
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now Carr going to give to Olawale. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, here's Carr. A right side catch by Crabtree. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Raiders defense getting ready. And in a tight ball game like this, the defense looking for a stop. You kind of, whether you're the offense or the defense, you don't want to be the one to screw this thing up.
No, not at all. And right now, you've got to figure that the offense is thinking to themselves, if you just get us the ball, we'll make things happen for you. Just help us out a little bit. And that's what the defense has to have in mind as they try it out here for this series.
Yeah, right now, the offense on the sideline. Can the defense do it? 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They go again with Rawls. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's John Ryan now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
All right, here we go.
Here's Murray. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And some space here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Hey. Four down. Here we go. Red 18.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree, 67 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Janikowski now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Now Wilson on second down. And his throw here is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's third down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. On third down, Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Carr going to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
We ready? Red 18.
Carr to throw on second down. Looking for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Throwing his Carr on third down. He's going to take a shot for the... And this is caught. Crabtree. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree, 27 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there, and it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. They set up the screen to Rawls. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. From the gun on third down, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's the big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
Janikowski on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look now at the Oakland defense as they get ready. In the slot on the right is Graham. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want. Get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And able to find Graham, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And left side here, it's Graham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Wilson. And Wilson has it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The former Seahawk and former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith, able to drop him for a loss of 4. Throwing is Wilson, and he finds Jimmy Graham. And he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. They run with Murray, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
All right, here we go.
Carr going to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. 30, the 20, 10. And he will get into the end. Zone, it's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates with a Latavius Murray touchdown run. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
I got you, 88. I got you.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Here's John Ryan now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. He won't go down. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
All right, here we go. Wide, 88. Wide.
Carr going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, nothing changes there with that final touchdown, but it did beat the buzzer nonetheless.
It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly...